One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Volunteers will put total leather and we'll get started. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll run this play from the pistol. Making side adjustments here. Looking to pass. It's Kane. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that's the first sack of the day, but I'll tell you what, this team's been doing it so far throughout the season. They're in the top 10 in sacks for a reason. They pin their ears back, and they get after quarterbacks.
And the Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Haynes. And they swarm him under. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
Yeah, I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not hard routes. It's not things I have to read. It's matchups and what I find when my guy's better than yours and how I take advantage of it.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. Slips through the line. Touchdown Volunteers! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Quarterback making checks. On the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. He picks it up, still on his feet. You don't see that much. He runs out of bounds and takes the safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
As a ball carrier, you just have to have better awareness. You have to know where you are on the field. You run out of bounds like that, that's a play he's going to learn from. He's probably going to be the butt of a few jokes. This might follow him for a while, but that is a safety, and that is a costly mistake.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got him downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And this big orange offense getting it done in the passing game.
And great execution by the quarterback. And when you think about Tennessee offense, Man, when they got their trigger man, and they've had some great ones, Peyton Manning, T. Martin, Hendon Hooker had an unbelievable run. They find that guy, man, their offenses have been so hard to stop.
Throws for the tight end. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Bringing it back. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Split backs here. From the shotgun, the inside give. And some room to work. Gets it past the marker. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
And the Yellow Jackets just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. They're going to ride this running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's King. They're setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
The Yellow Jackets are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. They make the stop, running at the 10-yard line, but oh, what a turn of momentum with that interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pulls it in down the middle. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is down.
There he goes! Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you, too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that thing. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Vols now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got it. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
Got his man downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. Trying to barrel in. Big fella's not going to make it to the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a fourth and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the fourth down.
Fourth and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Oh, they're after him. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires the pass. Intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And this game is going perfect for the defense right now. They haven't been on the field that much. The offense hasn't had that many possessions. Here we are at the end of the first half. They're still pitching a shutout, and they're ready for this quarterback to take shots. They're sensing the frustration, and that time in perfect position, forcing that incompletion.
Now 2nd and 10 from their own 1, and they need just a little space if they can find it. They'll move the wide receiver. Standing in his own end zone, he'll uncork another one. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Turning on the Jets. Oh, he's got some space. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Toss to the outside. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And his offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
The Yellow Jackets are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's King. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
They open this possession from their own 20. Give to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Volunteers heading quickly to the line. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The 2024 season for Tennessee had some highs, wins over Bama, Ford, and Oklahoma. Man, did it end with a thud. They got clipped by the Ohio State buzzsaw and then suffered the big shocker of the offseason with Nico Iamaleava jumping into the transfer portal.
Yeah, I don't know that there was a more interesting offseason than in Knoxville. The quarterback spot, the drama, the back and forth, and Nico leaves, and then Joey Aguirre, who he goes to UCLA, Nico, and now the guy who transferred there transfers to Tennessee, so...
It's a seam wide open. He's loose. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll line up for a second down play. Looking for a gap. It's Thomas. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Vols! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Looking to throw. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Hosley. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's King. Bought a little time, lets it go. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Touchdown, Tennessee! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these 2 teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your long club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hosley. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. On the ground, it's Haynes. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Flips it out on the screen. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they can muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Looking downfield, it's King. Unloads it left. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Thought they had something set up there, but he'll be stopped just short, and it'll be 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football. They are so lucky that they jumped on that ball and that their offense is now going to take the field, because that could have been disastrous.
Looking to throw on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And the Vols are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Finds his tight end. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted, messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Yellow Jackets will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Newton. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Oh, it's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there. They're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And they can't make the play on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. Third quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this thing.
Motion from the back. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Back to throw, it's King. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Rushes on him. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself with the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Volunteers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Using his legs, it's Thomas. He's inside the 10. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And it's just got to be nice to have a running back that can make big-time plays with his feet. 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down right here. His opportunity, he gets the football, makes a huge gain. He makes this offense go, and it makes it so easy to be a play caller.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hosley. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He might want another play. They'll run the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Motion from the wideout. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Touchdown Volunteers! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Fights off a defender. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Tennessee 37, Georgia Tech 7.
So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Looking to throw, it's King. Lost one deep down the right side. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Takes the handoff. It's Thomas. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Fires to the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball. And they have it at the 46.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Trying to get the edge on the toss. It's a running room. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
They'll move the tight end. They give it to him again. Inside the 25. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little, too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Utah is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Alex Smith, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Western Michigan. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Vols come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Tries to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. And I got to be honest, I like it.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Tight end getting vertical. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The play action fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Haynes. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Forced out of the pocket. He's taking the deep shot. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. So the O-lineman got a little too far downfield. It wipes out the touchdown, and they'll back it up 5. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. They've got the screen set up. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on third down to try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Pumped it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
On the double.
And they'll take a knee on fourth down. Happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. Working well behind the sticks on second down. And in a two-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple of more times. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take a knee, though the D can stop it a couple of more times. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer.